Shavua Tov. This is the midnight. Moti Shabbos. They're very tired. Anyway, this is Parshas Vayera, which to those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's the week from the portion of the Torah of Vayera, which still doesn't mean much to you. Vayera means Hashem appeared. It's the week of the portion which begins with Hashem appeared. You like this? Anyway, thinks it's hilarious. Yeah, the world's gone absolutely crazy that someone sits and talks himself in a machine and thinks anybody else in the world actually cares. But Hashem did care, and that's why He appeared in this week's Parsha. It's promised the Jewish people He's going to take us out of Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim is Egypt in English, but that doesn't really mean much. Makes me think of pigeons. But anyway, Egypt, or let's say the Hebrew word, pyramids, pigeons. No, they go like this. Anyway, Mitzrayim is Meitzayam. Yeah, it's the place where there are many yams. No, that's not true. It's a place where there's restrictions. Yeah, all types of restrictions. And Yam, the sea, represents different types of restrictions in terms of impurity. Now, Hashem promised He's going to take us out, and there's 5 languages, Lashonas, that He said to take us out, just like there's 5 Torahs, there's 5 cups, because there's 4 cups on Leil Seder, Pesach night, and the 5th one is Kos Eliyah. There's also 5 times in last week's Parsha, which the previous portion in the beginning of Shmos represents the idea of the snare. The snare is a bush. A bush, it's like, bushy. No, a bush is with thorns. And let's just see if she thinks it's funny. She doesn't. She's ignore me. Anyway, the bush is the thorns. Oh, you're laughing at the thorns. And the thorns represents all the difficulty that the Jewish people would be going through throughout history, as we see right now. That I'm sitting there wasting my time talking to a machine is one of those difficulties. I'm thinking people will listen. There's also another difficulty. And even the people that listen is also a difficulty. So the idea of the thorns... Yeah, what are you doing? It's like, one of those videos where the babies are like banging their heads against the wall. It's alright, it's okay. So the idea of thorns, is coats, is an idea also that the letters of the Hebrew alphabet are coats, represents the crown, the kesed, like Dalet is a line, and with another line coming up, and a line like that. So then that little bit sticking out here is a coat. Yeah, you got it? Anyway, so the idea, I can show you. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's the point. So Hashem says in the 5th language in this week's Parsha that He's going to take us out, Havesi. This is what we're going to deal with. We're not going to go through all the different exiles the Jewish people are going through. We're going to go focus on our exile. Our exile is Hashem going to bring us to the land of Eretz Yisrael. And obviously this is something which the whole world has to agree on, which at some point apparently they did. But now, it's not talking about a situation like now, where not only do we have a mosque on the temple site, which will soon obviously be removed, not that I'm anti any other religion or anything like that, just saying bottom line, that's the destiny of the place there, and not to have a horse going up to heaven. It's a place where there will be a revelation of Hashem in the world, and it will be the true peace in the world, not like right now, where it's just creating conflict and war. So that's the Havesi. Hashem's going to bring us to the land, and this is taking place. Obviously there's people trying to stop that, and this represents the 5th Golus, and those people who we clearly see come in the form of Yishmaelim. I won't say any English translation because I don't want to pinpoint anybody, but I don't want to get in trouble. So Yishmaelim represent the idea that they feel that they have the true connection to God, which is all very nice, and in some ways they are a good lesson for everybody about the power of prayer, since they pray 5 times a day. But that they got from us, which was Yom Kippur. Their leader originally saw us praying for 5 prayers, said, I want that too. But the whole point is you can imitate our religion, but the real depth of it means you have to be a kind, caring, godly person, which we see that in many cases is a lack of. Anyway, we don't want to focus on anything negative. We want to just focus on what our job is. And our job is basically to pray to Hashem, to fulfill our inner connection by becoming more like God, and to be giving and caring. And this is the key to turn all those thorns that we see in the snare that's burning. And Moshe's like, how could it be that it still managed to survive? This bush is burning. This is the fourth language, which is the end of the Golus we already went through. And now the fifth one is going to be Hashem's going to say, Moshe, Moshe, I'm taking you out. That's it. It's over. Hashem's going to just surprise us, just like the bombs come out of nowhere and surprise us. Hashem Shemreinu, God should save us from those terrible tragedies. Just like that shows us things can change very suddenly. Suddenly Hashem can change the whole world very suddenly and save us from this Golus. Just like Eliyahu's coming and revealing the tshuva, he's the fifth coast, the fifth language, the fifth cup. The idea of Havesi, Hashem is going to take us out. And this is revealing the beautiful truth that everybody has so much godliness and connection to Hashem no matter what level we're on. So my blessing to everybody is, in this new week, is God shall appear and God shall take us out of any of our restrictive, difficult moments, and all those thorns, all those difficult moments really will turn into dor l'dor. They will become places of revelation of Hashem, like Hashem says He was going to do that at the end of last week's Parsha. And we see that Hashem will be with us, and He is with us in our difficulties. And my blessing is we should all see those difficulties come to revelation of positivity, and godliness, and happiness. And everyone should just keep doing their job. Shleimus, which means completely. Good week, happy week. I love you.